What is happening, everybody? This is Dave Croft. We recently got a question over in our Composer Cafe chat room. And Adam asks, he says, "Hey everyone, looking for advice on issues happening with my first ever TV placement." Well, first of all, huge congratulations on that placement. Basically, how long do I wait to bother a library on both of these? Number one, TuneSat detected 2 of your tracks on a show that first aired March 21st, and there's audio clips in TuneSat verifying that they are indeed my tracks, but no cue sheet yet. How long is appropriate to wait to ask a publisher about it? Cue sheets can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months to show up, depending on how fast the production company is. If it's live, then that could take even longer, just because live broadcasts can be kind of hectic. And so March 21st, we're not even a month into it. This feels a little early to start asking the library. I'd say if after 3 months a cue sheet hasn't shown up, then maybe it's worth mentioning something to the library. After 6 months, for sure. The good news is you have the TuneSat to kind of prove that the placement was yours. The downside is that TuneSat isn't necessarily legally binding, so there's nothing that would force the publisher or your PRO to take that as proof. But just know that the publisher is on your side, because if you're not getting the royalties for that placement, neither are they. So publishers have a very vested interest in making sure that the cue sheets are accurate. So if it's been 3 months, maybe mention something. If it's been 6 months, for sure, start reaching out to your publisher. The second question was for a different track. A cue sheet showed up saying Season 4, Episode 407, but this aired in 2023 before the track it's saying I have in it was ever composed. So that can't be correct. Is it possible that a cue sheet is still being updated or edited after it first shows up? I'm wondering again how long to wait to check in with the library about it. Well, we could be looking at one of two things going on here. The first is it could be an error. And so I would wait to see until that cue sheet pays out, because the cue sheets get tabulated by your PRO. I'm assuming you're with ASCAP, because they have really up-to-date cue sheets. CSAC has pretty good cue sheets, and I know BMI has recently started getting into cue sheets. It could be an error, and it might be that error gets worked out by the time it makes it onto your royalty statement. Once it gets onto the royalty statement, then it's kind of locked in, but it could be an error after it shows up on your royalty statement. It might be worth reaching out to the library. The other consideration, or rather the other thing it could be here, is it's not uncommon for older shows to replace music in the shows if they've lost, or if the license for the original music has lapsed. I've got some placements on my IMDb that are from shows that aired before I even started writing production music at all. And so that just sometimes happens. I've got some shows, some placements on like Dr. Pimple Popper and these types of shows, which have been around for a really long time. And for whatever reason, the publishers or the producers switch out the music. They might have lost the licensing for it, or if it's a pop song or something like that. So they'll go in and change the music. It could be that they have a different deal with a different library, and so maybe the other library cut them in on publishing. And so lots of different reasons why an editor or a production company would swap out the music. But my guess is that's what's happened here. If it's not just a straight up error, then I'm guessing that they have changed out the music, in which case, cool. That doesn't mean that they won't change it out in the future, but in the meantime, you can go ahead and rest in knowing that you're getting those placements. So again, congratulations, Adam, on those placements, and thank you for the question. This again showed up in our chat room over in the Composer Cafe. If you want to join us, it's free to join 52Qs. Just head over to 52qs.com and you can join the community. And while you're there, you can check out all of the other subscription services that we offer. That includes live streams, workshops, Zoom feedback sessions, pitching to libraries, and a ton more. But I hope that was helpful for you. And in the meantime, if you ever have any other questions, please let me know. Until then, peace.